What is up, fishing world? Trevor Wagner coming back at you again today. In the last few videos, I've been talking about my top 2 baits in different categories for 2024 that really did well. Today's video is the opposite of that video. This video, we are going to be talking about those underperforming baits for 2024. So are those baits that I threw that I normally catch bass on. I usually catch good sized bass and a lot of bass, but it just wasn't happening in 2024. So my underperforming baits, like I said, they really have done me well in the past. I really love catching bass using these techniques. It just wasn't happening. So what was my first one that kind of broke my heart in 2024 that I love catching bass with? Well, that would be, again, I love topwater. We're going to talk about the buzzbait. So again, the buzzbait for me underperformed in 2024. I normally catch some of my bigger bass on that topwater buzzbait. I usually catch some numbers with it as well, but usually they're better than average size bass when I'm throwing that buzzbait around. But in 2024, it just wasn't the ticket. I was getting better bass, more bass, throwing that popper and those walking baits. So I don't know what was going on, but that's what they preferred over the buzzbait. Broke my heart because I really do like that buzzbait bite. I threw the regular buzzbait. I also threw these guys. These are those tri-wings. They're made by Strike King. They're actually really good. If you've never thrown these before, give them a shot. You could really slow roll these buzzbaits, so they do really well. I was even throwing the buzz toads around. I had the black and I had the chrome buzzbaits, throwing these around, buzz toads, and just couldn't get them to work like I normally do. So just one of those things. It was just a year that the buzzbait just didn't do it for me. So again, what can you do? You try to throw it, doesn't work, make sure you switch it up and try something a little different. All right, the next bait. Now this bait, I talked about the buzzbait breaking my heart. This one really broke my heart as far as not working in 2024, only because my confidence level in throwing this is really high. My PB bass came on this bait, and that is the wonderful spinnerbait. This spinnerbait right here, you can stop the blades a little bit. They're a little beat up. This spinnerbait in particular caught me in my 7.5 pound largest bass that I've caught. And I know some of you may be thinking, well, Trevor, you live in Texas. You should be catching those double-digit bass all the time. I wish that was true. However, where I live in Texas, I'm kind of way up in that northern panhandle area. So we're closer to Kansas. So most of our bass, even though there is Florida strains mixed in there, our water just gets too cold in the wintertime to really pump out those giant bass that you see in more of those southern lakes in Texas, like the O.H. Ivy, the Fork, the Rayburns, even down further if you go to like Lake Amistad or even PK. Most of those are anywhere from a 5 to an 8 hour drive for me to get to fish those lakes. So I don't get a lot of opportunity to be on those lakes hunting those bass all the time. So for me, a 7.5 pounder, I was stoked to catch that and put it in the boat. And it came on a spinnerbait. But in 2024, I just couldn't get the spinnerbait to work the way I have in the past. It still caught me some bass, didn't catch me the numbers or the size that I would really like. So again, it's one of those, I have a full Plano 3600 bag, half full of spinnerbaits that I take with me on my kayak every time I go out. It's always there. I always have a rod ready to go that I can throw a spinnerbait on real quick and fire it out there just because I love it so much. But in 2024, it just didn't perform the way I like to. So I had to put it on my underperforming baits for 2024. Now, I really hope that in 2025, things turn around and that the buzzbait comes back and I can start crushing them on the buzzbait and the spinnerbait bite does really well and I can start catching them on the spinnerbait again. But again, only 2025 will tell. And I really haven't had a chance to get on the water yet because if you didn't know, we got a lot of snow and it's been really cold. So thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the video so you can catch them every time I put them out. With that being said, thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. If you can, get out and fish and catch some bass.